So I've got bed, bedside table, bin, chair for the cook, a little table, there's me. Not a bad room size. And just when you think you've seen it all, little office space as well. Don't mind if I do. A little bit cramped, a bit of shelf space, but I think we can work with this. I've always got just a bit of sunlight every day, so that's good. You know, I'm not going to be completely vitamin D deficient, which was obviously a concern. Now, of course, the question is, do I unpack or shall I be a useless waste of oxygen? And I think I'm going to be just that. I think I'm probably going to leave it and just do it another day when I actually have to. So that's great. It was about £8.90 and I got just the basic essentials. I got milk, bread, butter, some cereal, some bananas, and that was everything I needed basically to survive a day. I remember on my first day at uni, I kind of went into Sainsbury's quite clueless, didn't really know what to get and just kind of grabbed anything I could. But if you go in there with like a basic list of things that will just kind of get you through a day or two, then you're sorted, because then you can kind of take your time a bit more. First few days, maybe you buy a bit of chicken for one meal, you buy some pasta, some rice, and kind of gradually stack it up. Especially your first shops might be a little more expensive when you've got to get various spices and stuff. But after a while, you'll notice that all you actually ever have to do in a shop is buy the next bit of protein for your meal. You've got to top up on your pasta, top up on your rice here and there. But that should be quite self-fulfilling as you go through the year and realise that you've just used up all of something. Okay, massive debut for the boys. You've got to remember basically by about hour 4 or 5, you really need to hit the ground running at university. So we're going to have a few drinks. Set a precedent is what's the important thing here. So you need to make sure you have something to regret in the morning, ideally. So you can get cracking early on. So boys, talk us through it. What's the point of night one?
Go crazy. We're gonna get so rich. Crazy. All I want is a matcha.
We're at probably hour 9 now, the first day. What are we saying?
I feel so old.
It's not worth it, boys. Ugh. I'm only 20 and I'm feeling dead after that. Ugh, God, what a joke.
Okay, so I'm going to the gym, 1-0 me, but I've also started to get a cold, have a headache, and I've also got my headphones, so it's probably about 3-1 to life at the minute, so that's great. So good news is I raw dogged gym with no headphones and didn't chun, which is great. Bad news is I'm weak as anything. I've never been this weak in my life, so that's great. Naturally, and the only solution I've got here is to go get a naughty meal deal and about a litre worth of protein shake, I reckon. Okay, so we've had buttered toast, smashed out a protein shake, still no chum, so everything's looking up. Unfortunately, I do not have to tackle all of this tut, so it seems like an apt time for a time lapse. Issue is that because I now have a separate room and a separate study, probably have to be a bit more clever with how I put everything away. But we'll get cracking. Sooner I can get this done, sooner I can relax again for a bit. I'm also not showering. I know I stink, but because I think I'm gonna go out for a run later with some friends, which I naively signed up for. But sooner I can get this done, sooner I can sit down like bread again for another half hour. So we'll get started. So I thought I'd done a good job of unpacking, and I have since found another bag, which I forgot existed. So that's brilliant, because that means that I'll probably have another 20 minutes of unpacking, which is great, which is what I was hoping to do, because I didn't really want too much free time today. Although it's only hoodies and stuff, so hopefully this won't take long. But almost done, almost settled in, which is kind of the aim for the first day, isn't it? So. Okay, so time for a little bowl of porridge now. Unfortunately, Sainsbury's is out of all the basic stuff, so I've had to taste the difference. So no wonder it cost me £8.90 to do the whole shop. That's brilliant. But should be quite nice. We'll give it a go. I'm also going to chop up a banana because I didn't get any honey or anything. I'm not having plain oats because I value myself. So I'm going to have to chop some of these up in there too. I'm hoping you're realising that even though I'm third year, I'm also still just kind of settling back in. There's no reason to try and get into like a massive new routine at uni straight away because you haven't had lectures start. Getting a bit of extra reading in the first 4 weeks of the year isn't going to mean anything. You can lock in later on if you need to, so just enjoy yourself for the time being. Get settled into like living on your own again. Make sure you get used to the basic principles of cooking for yourself and not dying, and then you're good. I'm an old fart at moving in now. I mean, I'm third year, so I've done this a few times, but if you're someone who's moving in and you're in your first year, getting ready to move in, important thing to consider is basically just do what makes you feel comfortable. Don't stress out about going clubbing or not going clubbing, drinking or not drinking. Just go and make sure you unpack your bag, make sure your room is ready to stay in for the night. Go and do the essential shopping so you can survive for 2 nights. Once you've got your basic supplies, then you can start looking at being a bit more out there and kind of working out exactly what meals and meal planning for a week, or you can start kind of scheduling things in. But I think for the first day, all that really matters is just settling in, and from there you can start finding more of a plan as time goes on. Me and Alfie are going to show a few more days in the life as term goes on, so if you're interested in seeing what that's like, make sure to press the button down below, and we'll see you in the next one.